Hey there, you filthy animals. Mr. Dirty back, another episode of the GTM show, and as you might be able to see over my shoulder, I've made the pilgrimage back down to Golden Krust. I'm about to head inside and check out a few things off the menu that we haven't covered before, one being I think the cheesy beef. Also on another episode I might be checking out a jerk chicken sandwich. So yeah, I'm going to head inside, grab a few things. We're going to check this stuff out, alright? Stick around. Hey there, you filthy animals. Mr. Dirty back with another episode of the GTM show. And today we got Golden Krust on the show, and I'm pleased to tell you that this time around they're fresh. We actually slid down to Golden Krust and picked up the spicy beef, which we've done on the show, but it was a frozen food one. The jerk chicken one that we did, but it was frozen food again. And we also picked up the one from the top of the list, and that's the cheesy beef. So that's going to be the one that we're really checking out today, and we're just going to kind of peek at the other ones to kind of, you know, compare fresh from frozen, something like that. Anyhow, I got a big bag of these things right here. They do run a little over $2 a piece when you go into the restaurant and get them, and it's just like, they make them fresh in the back, of course, and they're a lot more filled than the ones that you find in like gas stations and convenience stores, but they still come in the same pouch. And they still keep them in the restaurant in the same, like a similar kind of box, but it's just like a lot bigger. There's a lot more flavors to choose from. So like I say, they do put them in these pouches, and yeah, I got a bunch of them. I got like 2 of each. And they do have labels on the packages when you get them. It'll say chicken or it'll say beef. And I believe the cheesy beef one has no label whatsoever, just like a generic bag. So bam, there you go, spicy beef. And this one I'm talking about, the cheesy beef, there's like nothing, it's just kind of blank. Bam, there you go, that's what they look like. There's your Jamaican meat patty, fresh. You know, they're kind of squarish looking versus the ones that you get from the frozen food department. They're sometimes kind of like dome shaped, like rounded on one side. Very flaky and very stuffed. See what I'm talking about? The ones from the frozen food department usually kind of flatter looking, like half filled. And they all look like that. The only difference that you might find with these things on appearance is sometimes there's a red or green dot on them to let you know if it's mild or spicy. Alright, there's a look at the cross section. You can see how filled these things are when you get them fresh from the bakery. They're getting close to, I'd say, room temperature right now. They're not sizzling hot like when they first gave them to me, which the cheese would have been real goopy and melty. But you burn the hell out of your mouth that way. You can't eat it. You do have to let it cool off. And I'd say we had these probably for like, I don't know, 20 minutes or so. So they're still warm to the touch. My first impression of the scent of this one is real close to the mild beef flavored one. And you do smell like a little bit of a cheesiness there. It's kind of like a mac and cheese kind of scent coming off of it. As far as the cheese department there. Alright, down the hatch. Yeah, that's more cheddary and it is goopy. See, a lot more goopy than, say, the regular spicy or the mild beef, or even the chicken ones, for that matter. Another snap. There's a tiny bit of a spiciness going on there. Not much, just like a tingle. It's more like spicy in flavor, I would say. As you taste a bit of like a curry kind of thing going on, a little pepper action going on. But yeah, it's way mellowed out by the cheese on this one, for sure. I'd say that brings it down to a spicy level, like lower than the mild beef one. It's still pretty good though. Wouldn't be my go-to. I would give that a low 4 out of 5. Alright, so real quick, let's look at the jerk chicken one, because it is not bright orange like I thought it would be. It is actually like a regular dough color, like biscuit color, kind of khaki, beige. And yeah, got a little bit of the stuff coming out at the end there. Let me cut this open and take a look at the inside, because now just because of the color, I'm starting to question whether or not this is even jerk chicken, or if the one that we got from the frozen food department was just a spicy chicken and not a jerk chicken. Alright, there's a look at the cross section there. Very dark colored meat going on, and it even looks like it might be pork. I have no idea if this is the jerk chicken one or not. I'm just going to go in on it. Who knows, it might be the pork one. I don't know. Down the hatch. Now that's the jerk chicken one, alright. Yeah, that's a little weird. Not what I expected at all. It tastes like steak sauce with a smoky little peppery kick to it. And the bits that I thought was like pork, that's white meat chicken going on there. Yeah, alright, another couple snaps. Alright, I say that this one's got about the same level of spiciness and a lot of the same spices used with it that we just saw on the last one. It still has like a bit of like a curry flavor going on, a bit of a peppery flavor going on. But yeah, there's that steak flavor, the steak sauce flavor I should say, not steak flavor. I do kind of prefer the flavor of the frozen food one and even the orange dough. Still not bad, Pretty good in fact, but just once again, wouldn't be my go-to. So I'm going to give this one also a low 4 out of 5. And now moving on to our last and final, the spicy beef one, which has been on the show before, just in frozen food form. So yeah, there you go. Look familiar? It's even got the rounded edges. Alright, there's a look at the cross section on this one. And yeah, not very impressive. I gotta say, this one looks pretty much on par with the frozen food version right now. And just because of this dough, reminding me right now that when you go into the restaurant, you can actually buy blocks, cooked blocks of this dough just to snack on with nothing in it. Alright, down the hatch. There it is. That's the flavor I'm looking for. My old buddy right there, the spicy beef patty. Yep, everything I remember it to be, and I gotta be honest with you, this is exactly like the frozen food version, the one that comes in the little pouch. You don't even have to buy these things by the box either. Certain stores like Dollar Tree, I think Walmart also, maybe even Dollar General, not quite sure. You can buy these things like singles. Individually in the pouches, you just clip off a corner just like the frozen food ones, throw them in the microwave for like 2 minutes. It'll even come out flaky and everything, just like this one, because of the pouch. And the pouch is like a crisping sleeve. You only clip off one corner, so it's completely, you know, encased in this thing while it cooks. So yeah, spicy beef, regardless of whether it's frozen or fresh from the bakery, it's still king of the Jamaican meat patties there. So I'm going to give that still 5 out of 5. Alright, so there you have it. A mess of Jamaican meat patties right from the Golden Krust Bakery and Restaurant. Give them a go if you ever see one. I'm Mr. Dirty, it's the GTM show. You can buy Knucklehead shirts and hoodies down in the description. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at TheRealMrDirty. As always, get out of here and go have a rotten day.